Hi guys, welcome back to the truth about living alone. What really happens, what it really feels like to be alone, and then also the plus side. Was it really worth it? Having been living alone for the past 3 going on 4 months now, it is amazing. But there are some things that we young people are just not made aware of until we are faced and put in the situations. The first thing, responsibility. Obviously, we all know that you have to be really responsible if you want to live alone, because let's be real, living alone is not easy, it's not for the faint-hearted, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. I'm not just talking about, washing up, cleaning, taking the bins out. With responsibility comes selflessness. Now, all the money that you get, it's not really yours anymore. And that's something that I really had to face head on straight away. Is the fact of the matter is, you are not really working for your own enjoyment. You're actually working to keep this roof over your head. And you have to be very selfless to do that. As soon as the bills come at that time of the month, it's about putting your money to that first and prioritizing. The plus side of that though is there isn't really somebody hanging around making sure you're doing your chores, like, Jade, have you done the washing up? Jade, have you cleaned your room? Yeah, it can be fun not having, to do things when someone else tells you to. After a while, you actually want and crave rules, you crave chores, you crave order, because when you're living alone, it's very easy to get sloppy, it's very easy to get disorganized, and it's very easy to get messy. Let's be real though, home improvements are only dear to you. People that come round and visit don't really notice the differences, and it's so frustrating when you feel like you've done this amazing thing because you live in the house and you're there every single day, so that difference is really big and important and spectacular to you. But somebody visiting, they don't really notice the big hoo-ha and the big deal. You have to point out that piece of artwork or that piece of furniture that you put up all by yourself. So you are alone a lot of the time, and for some people that could be a negative. You may have been brought up in a really big family, you may have siblings, and you're so used to having that person or people around you. Living alone is going to be a complete opposite of that, so be aware that there will be times where you're just in silence, like now. Yes. I love it though. You know when you live with your parents and they complain about things happening on the road and you were young and you just didn't really care, it wasn't important? Let me tell you, when you live alone and you're proud of your home, the littlest things going on outside of your door really do annoy you. Complaints to the council or having issues with neighbours, noisy neighbours or nosy neighbours. Oh my gosh, when you live alone, neighbours are so nosy. They feel like it's their right and their job to watch over you. Like my neighbour downstairs, she's like that. There's no mum or dad or adult that is gonna, make those big phone calls or send those emails or make that online complaint for you. You have to do it yourself. So you have to grow up really quickly. You actually are an adult. I got my first job. I'm an adult now. I finished my degree. I'm an adult now. I started making this amount of money. I'm an adult now. No, if you don't cook or you don't provide yourself with some sort of meal, you are gonna starve. You're gonna be hungry, and you can only blame yourself. And I think it has made me so creative, and actually I think about food throughout the day, every single day now. Damn, if I didn't take that meat out of the freezer, forget it. It's not happening today. I need to go buy something else and make that. So you're constantly planning and thinking ahead. What else negative can I say about living alone? You know what? I think I just have to move on to the positive. So everyone wants to be independent. When you're a child, you can't wait to be an adult. Well, here you go. You're an adult now. You make the decision. My mum in particular, she does like to kind of, say what she wants to say, but she knows that I don't have to follow through or listen to her. And actually, she has to trust that she's taught me well enough to kind of make the right choice anyway. So it's great. You can do pretty much whatever you like, whenever you like. I mean, you can walk around the house naked. You can blaze music as loud as you want. You can do praise and worship in your house loud, film a YouTube video in your spare room and nobody is listening in. You can eat when you want as well. I remember living with parents and they would always be like, have you eaten? And sometimes you just don't want to have dinner or lunch or breakfast, I will have it when I want to. During uni, I had to send my mum pictures of the meals that I would make on a daily basis because she didn't trust that I would eat without her. Me. You can decorate things however you like. You can do whatever you like with a spare room, and no one else's clothes are going to be in your wardrobe, like your mum's or your dad's, or random furniture in the house, and it's just there because they want it. Like, everything in this house is here because I want it, other than that wardrobe there that my dad needs to like dump. I can put as many pictures of myself on the wall if I like, and it's great. Oh, you know what I really love about living alone, and I guess being a homeowner, no one likes bills, but when you do get bills and it's like to the occupant or to the homeowner, you know, it's great. It's a lovely feeling to see that you are the owner and you are responsible for this building, and nobody else's name comes through your letterbox other than the previous owners that won't change their address. Oh, and there's no one opening your letters. Why do parents feel like letters to you are letters to them and they are responsible for the news that you get? No. Mum, why did you do that? In my first year of university, I remember making the most amazing jerk, barbecue, whatever, chicken wings, and I left them on the side in a container to cool down before I put them in the fridge to save, because, you know, you're poor at uni and you save everything. I think there was about 5 left. When I got home from uni, there was 1.5. Why did you leave the half? I don't trust anyone around my food. When you have guests around, it's up to you what you give them and what they see, which is amazing. So there's no, you know, flatmates or parents or siblings eating your sweets or biscuits. And oh my gosh, this is so dear to me, guys. And all your tea is yours. You know what another plus is? Like, food and stuff tends to last a lot longer. Your food, your toiletries, like your washing up liquid, your cleaning product, it's great. So you do kind of save a little bit on that. Another great thing about living alone is when you come home from work, it's up to you what you do. Are you gonna make dinner, or are you just gonna sleep? Are you just gonna like have a shower, get in bed and sleep? Let's say you had a bad day at work and you just wanna go home into your room. There's no one asking you and pondering you on how work was and what's going on with work. There's no visitors in the house or family members in the house that you can't be asked to like entertain. And the great thing is you can invite people around when you want. It's always on your terms. Oh, I'm just really tired. I don't do that. I've never been in that position yet. Last week I came home, right, and as soon as I walked through my front door, I instantly had this feeling that somebody had been in my house because the letters that had come through the post that day were up on the shelving unit. I didn't ask for it to be there though. No, I'm just kidding. But you know when things have been moved? My mum moves things around. I don't know what it is. My grandma used to do it and everyone used to complain. And now my mum does it. Like, does it come like with age? Like when you get to a certain age, you just can't help but move things around, like reorganize. Like, I don't get it. You can talk to yourself. You don't have to pretend that you're okay. Like, if you've had a bad day, you can come home and you can be sad and you don't have to pretend that you're fine. You can cry if you want to. You can laugh. You can scream. You can shout. You can pray loudly. You can dance. You can laugh at yourself. Like, you can have a one-man party. Do you really want to know what I love about living alone? I love the fact that every single room is mine and there are no rooms off limits. Like, I can walk around freely in every room at any time. Right now it's 9:15 p.m. on a Tuesday night and I've gone to work. I went straight to the gym afterwards. I came home. I don't need to cook because I have food from yesterday already stocked up, and I was in the mood to just film. If I wanted to just sleep in this spare room today, you know what? I might just do that. And I guess that leads on to the fact that you can have lazy days. I know when you live with other people, you can have lazy days, but you kind of feel a bit uncomfortable. You don't really want people to judge you. You can have bubble baths whenever you want, and your parents aren't telling you that you're wasting the water because that water bill is yours. So if you want to pay extra that month, you do it. Bills are real and bills are expensive. You know what you can do? And this might sound really disgusting, but say you're like watching television and you're watching something amazing like How to Get Away with Murder, and you know that show, right? You can't miss 1 second, otherwise you just need to start again. And you're dying to go to the toilet. You could just go to the toilet and like leave the door open, and no one is gonna like intrude on your privacy because you're alone. So you can still hear the TV. You don't kind of have to look over your shoulder with everything you do. I feel that living alone is such an integral part of any person's life. I really do believe that. I know that a lot of people are scared to live alone. You know, it might seem scary, it might be really lonely and daunting and too expensive. But if you do have the opportunity to live alone, seriously guys, grab it. And maybe you can't buy a house or rent a house, but if you go off to uni, I mean, there are elements of living in halls or sharing a home that you can learn from. I think it's so important for a female to experience living alone, no matter how short it might be. You really have to get creative with food and with organization and, you know, with finances and prioritizing what things need to be done in the house. The best time to learn about yourself, to feed into yourself, to build yourself. Like, you have time where you're just alone and you can think about things that you want to. You can plan things that you want to. You can be as creative as you want to. I feel that if I was to sort of get married next year and move into a house with my husband, I would have so much to offer and bring to the table. I would know how to run a home. I just think it's great practice, and I just think it's an amazing opportunity that I have. I'm learning to be self-sufficient for real. It allows me to eat as healthy as I want to, but let me just tell you, eating healthy is very expensive. Using your own initiative is so key when it comes to living alone, because there's nobody there to tell you to do things. Productivity, like keeping to checklists and to-do lists, a routine is essential if you want to enjoy living alone, because if you don't have a routine set, it can get on top of you. I've been there, trust me. I've woken up one Saturday and looked around the house and thought, oh my gosh, there are dishes to be washed. I need to clean the house. The bins need to go. And if the bins don't go, oh my gosh, it's like, what is in the bin? It stinks. You have to stay on top of everything. If my house is not clean and tidy, I feel myself losing it inside. It's like a build-up. And if I leave it overnight, I'm like panic attack the next day. When you have your own house, guys, it's so hard for you to leave the house. And when you do leave the house, you can't wait to go back to your house. That is me. I love chilling out. I love going to the kitchen and just, ooh, what's in the fridge? But it is very, very important to get yourself out of the house, seriously. I've learned this. When you do go out, I think that you sort of appreciate your home a lot more. Budgeting is key. The most important outgoing that I have every month is my mortgage. Then it would be like my service charge and council tax. Then it would be my gas, my electricity, my water. Then it will be the internet, my phone bill, that sort of thing. Of course, every single one of them need to get paid. So budget. Always try to have direct debit so that things can just go, and then what's left is truly yours. I want to just enjoy this time now and make the most of it, because when it's over, it's over. When I have to make joint decisions with someone about decor or about bills or about what we have where, I will be looking back remembering the days that I lived alone. So it's worth it. It honestly is worth it. Thank you for watching this video. You can keep up to date with all of my shenanigans on this channel and on my Instagram, my Snapchat and my Twitter. I will leave all the links and names and handles down below. If you want any advice on anything that I can help you with, please leave your comments down below. You can email me if you want something more personal back, and I am here to help. I'm here to advise. I'm here to speak my mind and be myself. Take care. And also, it's the first day of November, so I hope that you guys all have a great November and December. Go into these 2 months and really make them your own. You never know, maybe in the new year you will be living by yourself. Bye.